I know what you're thinking. And yes, how it sounds. But before you judge me or her or what happened next, just hear me out. Because nothing about that day or what came after was normal. It started like any other weekend. My cousin Dami had been begging me to come to his friend's wedding for weeks. I got to the venue late, typical Lagos traffic, and the ceremony was already wrapping up. People were fanning themselves, kids running around, aunties adjusting Jill like it was a competitive sport. You know the vibe. She was standing up front beside the groom, glowing like she was made of sunlight and secrets. I couldn't look away. Now, I've seen beautiful women before. I'm not new to this. But this? She had this presence, like she didn't just walk into the room. No, seriously, right at me. I blinked. She blinked. And the whole world got really, really quiet. I shook it off, convinced I was just tired or hungry or both. But during the reception, things got weirder. See, I'd managed to sneak off to the drink stand when someone tapped me on the shoulder.
You're Dami's cousin, right?
I nodded, probably too quickly.
I'm Adaeze.
Like I didn't already know. Like I hadn't spent the last hour watching her dance with her new husband and trying not to feel anything.
Can I tell you something crazy?
I said sure. She glanced around like she was checking if anyone could hear us.
I think I just made the biggest mistake of my life.
My heart stopped. We didn't talk long after that. Just a few more words before she got pulled away by someone. A friend, maybe her new mother-in-law. But that one sentence, it stayed with me. And that should have been the end of it. It have been. But the universe wasn't done with us. 3 weeks later, I got a DM. No name, just...
Hey, do you remember me?
Of course I did. I'd been trying to forget her since the second I saw her. She didn't say much. Just that she needed someone to talk to. Someone who didn't know the whole story. Someone she hadn't grown up with. I said okay because, honestly, I was curious. And maybe a little selfish. We started texting, then calling, then FaceTiming. Late nights turned into early mornings. We talked about everything. Music, family, dreams, regrets. She never said much about the marriage, except that it wasn't what she thought it would be.
I wish I had met you first.
Now, I know what you're thinking. You're thinking, walk away, bro. This is messy. This is dangerous. And maybe you're right. But life isn't a straight line. Sometimes it's loops and knots and tangled threads you didn't ask for. We kept talking. I didn't see her again in person until months later. She'd left him by then. Said she couldn't do it anymore. That the wedding was forced, pressured by family, by expectations, by a timeline she didn't even set. She cried when she told me. I didn't say anything. Just held her hand through the screen and listened. Our first real date felt like something out of a dream. Simple. Coffee and small talk and soft music. But every second felt heavy. Like we both knew what was hanging in the air between us.
Do you hate me for it?
I said no. Because how could I? Life had already done enough to her. But that didn't make it easy. We weren't just fighting people's opinions. We were fighting guilt, fear. The weight of a story that started in the wrong place, at the wrong time. Some days, I wondered if we were doomed from the start. If love born out of chaos could ever be clean. But then, she'd smile. Or send me a voice note at 2 a.m. saying she just heard a song that reminded her of me. And it would all make sense again. We didn't rush it. We took our time. Rebuilt her trust in people. Rebuilt my trust in the idea that love doesn't have to look like the movies to be real. It's been a year now. We still get stares. We still get whispered about. But we also get Sunday mornings in bed. Laughter that echoes. Quiet understanding in places where words don't reach. And sometimes, I think back to that wedding. To the moment I saw her, and she saw me. And the universe tilted just a little bit. I don't know if what we have is perfect. I don't even know if we'll last forever. But I do know this. Sometimes love doesn't knock. It crashes in like a storm, like a wrong turn that leads you home. And when it does, all you can do is hold on tight and trust that maybe, just maybe, the mess was the miracle all along.